India, a country of over 1.4 billion people, is grappling with an alarming and growing issue: drug addiction. What is driving this widespread crisis, and how can we address it? Today, we explore the alarming rise of drug addiction in India, its causes, impacts, and possible solutions. According to a 2019 report, nearly 2.8% of the Indian population, or about 3 million people, is affected by drug abuse. India ranks as the fourth largest consumer of opiates in the world. Commonly abused substances include opioids like heroin and oxycodone, cannabis, prescription drugs, and synthetic drugs such as methamphetamine. Economic distress often leads people, especially youth, to turn to drugs as an escape. For many youngsters, using drugs is seen as a way to fit in. The lack of knowledge about the dangers of drugs often results in early experimentation. People often use substances to cope with emotional or mental health struggles. In places like Punjab, alcohol and drug use is more normalized. Chronic addiction leads to liver damage, lung problems, HIV, AIDS, and other life-threatening diseases. Drug addiction exacerbates mental health problems and can lead to conditions like paranoia, psychosis, and depression. Addiction leads to strained relationships, domestic violence, and broken families. Many addicted individuals resort to criminal activities like theft or drug trafficking to fund their habits. Drug addiction is putting a massive financial burden on India's healthcare system. Addicts are often unable to maintain steady jobs, leading to a loss of economic potential. National Action Plan for Drug Demand Reduction, or NAPDDR. Increased regulation of drug availability and enforcement of laws against drug trafficking. The government has also set up rehabilitation centers to help those recovering from addiction. Several NGOs like the Drug-Free India movement and Toxic-Free India are working tirelessly in communities, spreading awareness and providing rehabilitation support. Many NGOs are setting up community-based programs focusing on rehabilitation and reintegration. We need to educate youth about the risks and consequences of drug use. Empowering young people with support systems helps them resist peer pressure and make better choices. Expanding access to treatment centers and mental health support. Providing holistic treatment for mental health and addiction recovery. Tackling the drug trade more effectively with stricter penalties for traffickers and smugglers. Ensuring better law enforcement and surveillance at borders and drug trafficking routes. It's essential that we provide rehabilitation and reintegration into society for those recovering from addiction, involving families in the recovery process. Drug addiction in India is a multifaceted problem that requires collective efforts from the government, NGOs, and society at large. While there is no quick fix, with increased awareness, better resources, and strong community support, we can win this fight. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, reach out for help today. Together we can break the cycle of addiction and build a healthier future.